Hi guys, since it is now October, I feel like the fall is the perfect time to start baking again, so I thought I would start with one of my favorite recipes, and might I add, one of my family's favorites. We are gonna start with macarons. I have made these multiple times and they just keep getting better and better. If I don't say it while I'm doing it, I will leave all of the measurements and ingredients down in the description box. Today we're gonna do a macaron with a little bit of a twist. I've been doing them very plain. I haven't really tried any flavors, so I thought today we could try a coffee icing. If it turns out good, this is definitely gonna be added to the roster. I guess we should start with everything that you're gonna need. First things first, this is in weight, and if you are an American, I feel like a lot of people don't have food scales, so this recipe is going to be in grams. If you don't have a food scale, I'm sure there are a lot of recipes that you can find that are measured by volume, but I don't mind this. You use almond flour, so I'm really hoping that this is going to be enough because this is all that I have. You're gonna need a crap ton of powdered sugar. It not only goes in the macarons but also in the icing, so make sure you have that on hand. I don't have a specific amount of eggs that I use, but I'm sure you will see as we go. You're also gonna need normal white sugar to go into the eggs. I will leave all the ingredients that you are gonna need right here and the measurements, so pause if you need to write it down or to copy it somewhere. I haven't made this in a minute, so bear with me. I'm gonna go ahead and measure everything out because I like to get it out of the way. So let's go do that.
Somebody get me a fucking Sharpie that fucking works!
Okay, now that I have everything measured out, I'm gonna start whipping the eggs. You have to wait until they are frothy. And once they are frothy, I'm gonna add in my white sugar. While all that is happening, I'm also gonna sift all this together to get rid of any clumps. I just added in my white sugar to my frothy egg whites, and then once they form stiff peaks, we can go ahead and add in our dry mixture. Okay, so I just paused it, but we are almost at stiff peaks. I kind of just guesstimate, and then once I pull the handle out of the thing, you'll see what I'm talking about. Oops. Okay, this is about the texture that I want. I think that's pretty good. Basically, when it can just form some sort of shape or peak and hold it and not just like drip off of the mixer. Now that my eggs are all stiffened, now we add in our dry mixture. So I've already sifted all of this together, and we're not going to mix it with the stand mixer. I actually have a spatula over here that we're going to try and fold it into, and it is recommended that you do the dry mixture about 1/3 at a time. So let's go mix that all up. So the next thing is to pipe them all out. I like to prep my trays using parchment paper, and I also have some like icing bags that I'm gonna put this in. That just makes it a hell of a lot easier. Since all the air bubbles are out, they now have to take a little nap and rest for about 30 minutes. While they're resting, I'm also going to preheat the oven to 320 degrees Fahrenheit. I also have a very big mess to clean up, so I'm going to do that while I wait, because the worst is having all your dishes at the very end. If you do it as you go, it's a lot easier. While those are baking, I'm going to work on the icing now. For the icing, you're going to need 2 sticks of softened butter, vanilla, milk, some sort of instant coffee or espresso, and powdered sugar. So, like I said, this is the part where I'm a little scared because I don't know how this is going to turn out, and this is where the coffee flavor is going to come in. So, again, I will leave the measurements right here. Pause the video, screenshot, write it down, whatever you want. And yeah, for the instant coffee, I actually don't have instant coffee. I have instant espresso. I'm really hoping that this is gonna work. I also don't have measurements for this. This is the part of trial and error. I'm gonna cream the butter, add in the powdered sugar, splash of milk, and then I'll add in my instant espresso. Just took the macarons out of the oven and the base for the icing is done. Don't have a direct measurement for how much of the instant espresso I should put in. So, I'm gonna start with a teaspoon, and then we will taste test and figure out if it needs more or something else. So I'm gonna start with a teaspoon though. It looks pretty good. We'll give it a taste test though. That is good. I am like well and truly surprised at how well that works. It's delicious. I'm gonna add just a teeny bit more, I think. Now that they're cooled, I can take my icing and frost them all. This is how the shells turned out. That's one I just did. Alright, I'm now off to go deliver all my little macarons. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm thinking of making this a little mini series on my page where we bake together. Let me know if you guys have any recipes or ideas or recommendations for that. Please like and subscribe if you like content like this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Oh my God.